So Nicholas Cruz, Stephen Paddock, um, Aaron Alexis, you know, the Uber driver who apparently committed a homicide or murder because he assumed that there were demons manipulating him through his cell phone app. There are quite a few things that these individuals do have in common. First of all of them were under the assumption that there were demons manipulating them or speaking to them, and these demons were apparently trying to persuade them into committing a very heinous act or crime. And for the most part, they did go through with it. If they hadn't of, it is what it is. I mean, it's clearly news, right? But neural monitoring technology explained. This is a satellite broadcast that we are speaking of. So, just like your GPS navigation system, your body is a transmitter and receiver. Yeah, a transmitter and receiver of a satellite EMF based broadcast, electromagnetic fields. So you are the receiver and the transmitter of a broadcast. Now, keep that in mind. Your body is on a network, to put a long story short. So your body is on a network. If your body is on a network, this clearly gives infiltrators a lot of access to your neurological processes, your bowel movements, your heart rate. I mean, honestly, you in general. They can see what you see, they can hear what you hear, they have access to all of your neurological senses. Now, with the Uber driver or taxi driver, I gotta look at it again. But with the Uber driver, he assumed that there were demons speaking to him through his cell phone. To put a demons speaking to him through his cell phone. To put a long story short. Now, if you hold your EMF detector or EMF detection app up against your cell phone or your computer or any EMF emitting device, could be a motor, could be a microwave, an oven, a refrigerator, you know, anything, a GPS navigation system, you will get a high reading. So you have a signal coming to you, and this signal is going to cause a high EMF reading. It's common sense. It's going to cause a high EMF reading. When this does happen, the EMF from the broadcast is going to meet with the EMF from your devices. So any device in your immediate environment is going to cause electrosmog. When electrosmog does happen, it's going to exaggerate your symptoms. For example, if you pull out your EMF detector, right, and you are in your vehicle, you would typically get a reading between, maybe 50 and 100, because your vehicle does emit electromagnetic fields. This may sound boring, but I'm trying to break it down, you know. So, when you hop up out of your vehicle and you stand in a, let's say, a stable environment, the EMF will normally be between 40 and 50 micro Tesla. Common sense. But if a broadcast transmission is coming to you, it's going to cause a higher EMF. Naturally, you would get an EMF of 45. But with a broadcast coming to you, the EMF will be anywhere between 70 and 1,000 or even higher, just depending on who is targeting you with this technology and how ruthless they are. Keep that in mind. The Uber driver had a cell phone, right? The cell phone likely gives off an EMF of 500 microtesla or even higher, depending on where you hold your EMF detector. If a broadcast was coming to him during the time he heard these apparent demons talking to him, his cell phone would have exaggerated the broadcast. So he would have perceived the signal from his cell phone. His cell phone would have exaggerated the signal. This is why he claimed that demons were speaking to him through his cell phone. Just like you can stand near a fan, for example, and if the fan is turned on, if you are a real targeted individual, your tinnitus will worsen, okay? That fan is giving off its own unique EMF. And when you stand nearby it, it will exaggerate your symptoms. It will increase the EMF of the broadcast. Targeted individuals are going to have a hard time working in manufacturing plants because it's going to be a fucking finale, you know. All of these generators and stuff around you, these machines, bruh, it is going to make your tinnitus go haywire. And if you experience the artificial telepathy, the voices will become more apparent or clearer, okay? These EMF emitting devices and appliances exaggerate your symptoms because, you know, if your cell phone is already giving off a unique EMF normally or naturally, then when you have a broadcast from a satellite also coming to you as well, it is going to result in electro smog. Alright? And it's really just that simple. When this happens, you know, you could easily perceive that your cell phone or your tablet or computer is indeed the culprit when it comes to the electronic harassment. You could call it piggybacking, but it's not the type of piggybacking that we would think of, you know. For example, they use your cell phone to literally attack you. I mean, they make your cell phone, like they hack into your cell phone, and then they cause your cell phone to emit some kind of EMF or to zap you. This is not happening, okay? Your cell phone already gives off a unique EMF. So when this broadcast from a satellite is coming to you, it's going to result in electro smog. And it's really just that simple. This is why some people may experience the tinnitus whenever they are driving in a vehicle, taking a shower, and they may hear the like a chirping noise coming from the shower head. You may work in a factory, and when you stand near like the transformers and the other machinery there, it tends to worsen your tinnitus, the pins and needles. This is why, okay? It's electro smog. It's a buildup, okay? The satellite broadcast is causing a buildup of EMF that would normally not exist. This EMF should not be around you, okay? but it is due to you being a receiver and the transmitter of a signal. The human body is not supposed to have satellite signals or any type of signal transmitting to and from it. Okay, it's not supposed to happen. Okay, but this is why. With Nicholas Cruz, Stephen Paddock, Aaron Alexis, the Uber driver, they all have one thing in common. And the one thing they all have in common is that they either assumed that there was some type of demon telling them to commit some kind of heinous act, or, they assume that the government was using some type of microwave weapon system to mind control them. Although the mind control is more logical or realistic, the targeted individuals who assume that demons were manipulating them are no different, okay? But they just didn't know what was going on. Aaron Alexis kind of did know what was going on. Same thing with Stephen Paddock. But Nicholas Cruz and, many others, they honestly had no clue that what was happening was the result of technology. And as I said, targeted individuals talk about themselves, but how many people are in a mental hospital because they are hearing demons and, hearing God when it's all technology? You don't really know who's a victim of this technologically trafficking induced scheme. You have no idea. Because some people just would not believe or even realize that, this technology is even possible. You know, motherfuckers getting diagnosed with bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and they have no idea. They have no idea what the fuck is going on. You don't know. You have no clue. There's no telling how many people are being targeted with this type of technology, one way or another. But generally speaking, the people who are victimized by the mind control aspect of gang stalking or organized harassment are more likely to commit a heinous crime. Even if they are being harassed, the people being harassed psychologically, for the most part, are more likely to commit a heinous crime or act. Because when they hear demons or God, or, the devil speaking to them, generally they're going to go through with it. How many people go about saying, oh, God spoke to me. The devil spoke to me. It is what it is, man. So you got to keep a level head and just know that what's happening is a real thing. But yeah, neural monitoring is very damaging to society. This type of mind control should not even exist, but it does, sadly. I wish it didn't, but it is what it is, people. It's the day we live in. Days we live in, bro. I'm out.